Welcome, everyone. Sixth grade students, families, friends, Mary Hogan teachers and staff. A few things to note before we start. We are fortunate enough to have 3 photographers who will be taking pictures of the promotion ceremony, as well as individual students after they get their certificates. We'll be sharing these photos with families following the ceremony. Because of this, we ask that families do not come up to the stage to take photos. We promise we will get them. Second thing is, if you haven't turned off the ringer on your phone, now is a really good time. And then lastly, the whole ceremony is going to be streamed live now, but also will be available on the MCTV YouTube channel. So if you want to watch it again, or if you want to share it with people who couldn't be here, that will be an option. I guess one more thing, thank you so much all for following the guidance and wearing masks throughout this whole ceremony. We're really fortunate to be here. A couple months ago, we didn't actually think we would be here. We weren't sure what the future would bring, and we're fortunate that we're able to be here, and one of those guidelines for all of us being here is to wear masks. So thank you all for caring enough to keep us all safe. So, welcome to the final 6th grade promotion ceremony at Mary Hogan. While this day is not the last day of the school year, we still have 3 more days of awesome fun coming up. It does mark a turning point in these students' educational careers as they're officially promoted to the middle school. During your time at Mary Hogan, be it a year or 7, you have grown tremendously. I wonder if you think back to your kindergarten or 1st grade self, how different you are now. It's more than just being taller or stronger. You have grown because you've been thinkers, inquirers, and communicators. You've been leaders in the first Mary Hogan Student Council in many years. You've persevered through masks and pods. You've explored the woods, trails, and hills around Mary Hogan on bike and on foot. You created community in your classes as well as across the school, mentoring younger students and setting a positive example. You've made mistakes, small ones and big ones, but they literally helped your brain's connections grow. Without those mistakes, you wouldn't have those connections in your brain. Most often, we don't see how much we're growing since it happens incrementally, 1 hour and day at a time. It's only through reflection that we can mark progress and change. It's my honor to have the chance to reflect a bit with you today as we mark your promotion from Mary Hogan School to the Middlebury Union Middle School. As you think about this transition in your life from elementary to middle school, I hope you do have a chance to reflect on who you are and where you hope to go. While you do this reflecting, I humbly offer you advice as you continue to learn, grow, reflect, and learn some more. This advice can be found in the excellent book, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse by Charlie Mackesy. The story is about a boy who meets 3 companions, a mole, a fox, and a horse, on his way home. Along the way, they have conversations about hopes, dreams, friendship, fear, love, kindness, and cake. Some of their conversations seem particularly relevant today as we celebrate your promotion. Here are my top pieces of advice for you from a boy, a mole, a fox, and a horse. One of our greatest freedoms is how we react to things. Being kind to yourself is one of the greatest kindnesses, said the mole. What do you want to be when you grow up? Asked the mole. Kind, said the boy. What do you think success is? Asked the boy. To love, said the mole. Most of the old moles I know wish they had listened less to their fears and more to their dreams. Everyone is a bit scared, said the horse, but we are less scared together. What is the bravest thing you've ever said? Asked the boy. Help, said the horse. The core of their conversations is what I wish most for you as you move on to mums and then beyond. You always have a choice, even when it doesn't feel like it. As you react, I hope you do so with kindness and love at the center, for these will build connections and resilience for you and your community. Be brave, even when you're scared. You can do this hard thing. You have people who love you and are cheering you on. You are remarkable, and it has been a total privilege to spend the last 2 years getting to know you and learning from you. You will forever be Mary Hogan Hawks. And now, I'd like to share your reflections of your time at Mary Hogan with all of us gathered here today.
So my favorite teacher / grade was 4th grade in Miss LaRock's class. She was my favorite teacher because she pushed me and challenged me to become a better person and a better learner. My advice is to take advantage of the time that you have at Mary Hogan because the community dynamic here is truly like no other. Cherish that.
My favorite subject in school was art. The projects were always entertaining and I learned a lot. Just don't fall behind. If you fall behind, it can be a big problem.
My favorite grade was 3rd grade because of the fun things we did, like catching birds at Dead Creek.
The teacher at Mary Hogan who made the biggest impact on my time here was Donna. When I was younger, I had problems with my speech, and Donna helped me with them. She's also very kind and cheerful while talking to us and helping us academically. My advice to you is to never be ashamed if you need help with things. I was mad at myself when I was younger that I need help with my speech. This caused me to be less social and not make many friends. So don't be ashamed of yourself and make new friends.
The person who impacted me the most in Mary Hogan was my 6th grade teacher, Miss Vangeli. She truly cares about what I'm doing personally and academically, along with my other classmates. She's really committed to her work because whenever we would finish a unit or work really hard on something, she'd reward us with donuts, a hiking trip, etc. Ms. Vangeli is fantastic at helping students become more confident in their work. So if you're not engaged in your learning, you should really visit Ms. Vangeli so she can help you.
The teacher that made the biggest impact on me was Miss Locke. When I first moved here, she taught me all the different ways to go through problems. She caught me up on what was happening. Take every learning advice your teachers give to you because someday you'll need it.
My favorite grade of Mary Hogan was 1st and 2nd beside Miss Lee. Many grades before, I had a hard time learning and listening. But when I went into her class in 1st and 2nd, I learned even better. I understood what she said because she said it in a different way than the other teachers did. And remember, it feels good to learn more and more. And if you learn in a way you understand, you'll have that information forever.
The teacher that made the biggest impact for me was Mr. Flint because he always gave us opportunities to do our work while having fun. For example, one opportunity that I had with him was we were doing a woodworking project and we got to have fun while still doing our work.
My favorite years at Mary Hogan were the last 2 because it felt like we were the leaders of the school. When you come up to be a leader of the school, be a good role model for the younger kids because they follow your behavior. If we act good as leaders, younger kids will act good and we will have a good school.
The teacher that made the biggest impact was Miss Vangeli because she taught me so much I needed to know about the future and made me a better and more focused person. Also, Miss Vangeli is a funny, kind, and strict teacher,
and is the best teacher you could ever have.
The teacher who made the biggest impact on my life was Miss Mongelli and Miss Flint. Miss Mongelli made the biggest impact on my life by making math easier for me. Miss Flint made the biggest impact on my life by making reading a little more easier. Once it was reading time, I picked up a book and I liked it and I kept going. You should really listen to your teachers because they're just trying to make your ears hear the best. So just listen to them. They're trying to make it easier for you.
Be proud.
My favorite subject is math and reading because you can learn how to do new things that you've never done before, and you can learn how to read, and it can make you feel good about yourself, and it can help you get future jobs. And some advice is just to listen to your teachers so they can help you with your future.
My favorite grade was 3rd grade only because we did a trout release, but Mr. Flint was the reason we did trout release because he bought the eggs. And if you ever get a chance to do trout release, I would recommend it because I had a really fun time.
My favorite grade is 4th grade because we went to the Golden Dome. That was fun because we got to see the governor's office. Enjoy the field trip and never get sick. Don't get sick.
Never give up and always believe in yourself.
What more wisdom can you find than kindness?
Shoot for the moon because even if you miss, you'll land among the stars.
It's okay to make mistakes, even the pros do.
Don't get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life.
There's no such thing as normal.
Life is like a roller coaster with all its ups and downs.
Be the change you want to see in the world.
There's no mistakes, just happy accidents.
Be yourself unless you can be a bicycle, then be a bicycle.
Courage can be hidden in some unlikely places.
A quote that really stands out to me is, "Good enough isn't good enough if you know you can do better because you should always keep trying."
A quote that stands out to me is, "No matter the seam, just keep standing." It is important because you should never give up no matter what.
A quote that you may be able to learn from is a famous quote from Gandhi. Be the change you wish to see in the world. If you wait for somebody to make the change you dreamed of, it might not ever happen in your lifetime.
A quote that stands out to me most is, "Why fit in when you were born to stand out? Because you should always be yourself."
I think you should measure someone by the size of their heart and their will to succeed, not their cover, because I don't think people should be judged by what they look like.
I believe in the saying that I won't have an issue if you aim high and miss, but I will have an issue if you aim low and hit, because a high goal is better than a low goal.
I believe life is unfair and you will fail often. I know this is harsh, but everybody needs to know that they won't always be a winner.
I think it is good to be confident and not cocky, because you have to have the right amount of confidence to get the job done, but you also don't want to be full of yourself.
An important quote to me is, "It's better to be an hour early than a minute late." I think this is important because showing up early means you're working hard and wanting to succeed.
A quote that stands out to me is, "It's not how long you live, it's how you live." This quote stands out to me because I think everyone should live their life to the fullest.
I believe you should never give up, because if you give up, you will not succeed in life.
I believe in the importance of hope, because if you can't hope, then you can't accomplish anything.
I believe in, if there's no struggle, there's no progress.
The greatest enemy you will ever face is yourself. If you can find the confidence to accept your differences, then you can face any enemy.
One saying that stands out to me is, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Try your best and listen. It will help along the way.
Have courage and try.
Believe you can change.
Help others feel belonging by playing with them or just being kind.
Always try your best. It shouldn't matter if it's in school or out of school or playing sports. But no matter what, you should always try your best at everything in life.
Show respect to others.
Make others feel belonged.
Believe in yourself.
Be positive.
Be a risk taker. Try your best.
Be proud.
Try your hardest.
I believe you can do this. Don't ever give up on what you love.
Don't limit your challenges. Challenge your limits. You are powerful and strong. Believe in yourself and never give up.
And now I'd like to invite Alice Skirmer-Horn up to present the Steve Sheldon Award.
Thank you, Jen. Wow, the video was so moving. It's just really amazing. The Stephen G. Sheldon Memorial Educational Fund was established in order to create an annual award recognizing a Mary Hogan School sixth grade student. Steve Sheldon was a teacher at the College Street School and Mary Hogan School from 1971 to 2000. He passed away in October of 2003. The award recipient will reflect the qualities Steve expected of his students. Among these qualities are the abilities to challenge themselves to reach their full potential, to accept responsibilities for their actions, and to demonstrate personal improvement. The chosen student will receive a cash award of $100 to use as he or she wishes to experience an educational enrichment opportunity he or she would otherwise not have. The award recipient will be asked to write the Memorial Fund Committee to share what he or she did with the award. Ruby is quite simply an extraordinary young human being. Ruby knows that things in life can be hard. She also understands that in order to make progress and grow, she must face those things and take that extra courage and effort. Ruby has grown to see herself as a learner, and when things seem difficult, she has developed what it takes to work through these challenges. She is the student in the room who is brave enough to ask questions that everyone else may be too afraid to ask. Ruby is the biggest cheerleader, supporter, and advocate for her peers. When they struggle, she always offers support in the best way she can. Ruby emulates kindness, love, understanding, and empathy. She has a strong sense of justice and uses her voice to question what is not right, equitable, or kind. In a letter to her future self, Ruby wrote, "I hope when life gets dark, you will be the light that guides everyone in the day so they can find their pathway to the positive, not the negative." It is with pleasure that we award Ruby Hayden Reed the 2021 Stephen G. Sheldon Memorial Award. So Ruby, would you come on up?
Congratulations, Ruby.
At this time, I'd like to invite up Ms. Grossnickel, Ms. Whitney, and Ms. Teresa for the presentation of promotion certificates. Yeah, she needs to start coming up. No, Clay needs to start coming up. Clay Aruza. Tobias Baker Rouse. Sarah Bavir. Cora Blair. Nathaniel Buell. David Dale. Hayden Dunnican. Connor Gordon. Alice Livesey. Micah McConnell. Lexi Raymond. Charlie Reederer. Nason Watson. Talia Wigmans. Congratulations, Miss Gross-Nichols' 6th grade class. At this time, I'd like to invite Mrs. Lee and Mrs. Ringer up for the presentation of certificates. Taylor Altimos. Jeremiah Bugor. Rudy Devoid. Annan Duquette Hoffman. Gracie Field. Lila Hescock. Louis Klein. James Malcolm. Caitlin Mora. Colton Murray. Sebastian O'Rourke. Ruby Reed. Deanna Sprague. Trip Stone. Greta Suter. Logan Taylor. Congratulations to Mrs. Lee's sixth grade class. At this time, I'd like to invite Ms. Levesque and Ms. Castle up for the presentation of certificates. Lily Allen. Violet Anderson. Ida Blackwell. Caden Cousineau. McKenna Cram. Morgan Cram. Kalea Desmarais. Miles Gemignani. Connor Hines. Timothy Laframboise. Isabel Quinn. Anna Sansone. Ariberto Santiago. Samuel Sherman. Sophia Wright. Congratulations to Miss Levesque's sixth grade class. At this time, I'd like to invite up Miss Mongelli and Miss Ringer for the presentation of certificates. Cora Bliven. Amelia Bullock. Harmony Caron. Nathaniel Cook Yoder. Leah Dugay. Landon Hunt. Natalie Johnson. Keldon Lapel. Cullen Myers. Gwyneth Rayom. Heaven Ross. Connor Swan. Eva Valade. Odin Wilhelm. Congratulations to Miss Mongelli's sixth grade class.
Congratulations to the sixth grade class. You've made it. As we head out in a moment, please just remember that as the horse says to the boy, sometimes all you hear about is the hate, but there is more love in this world than you could possibly imagine. What love will you bring to this world? How will you make choices from love and kindness? When you do this, you will change the world and bend the arc of history towards a better place for all of us to live. Please join me in standing to recognize the 6th grade class together one more time today.
If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can't count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. Oh, find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can't count on